I decided to add an addendum to the recovery day because I feel like I cheated you. Anyway, so I'm not going to do any actual recovery, but I just thought I would cover the equipment that came in the bag that you can buy directly from Ineos for their recovery kit. Also cover the turning on and off of the winch, and actually the controls that are on the front of it. To at least give us a little bit more detail about the whole winching system and recovery system. So this is, if you can see right here, red winches. This is the bag of recovery kit or hardware that I purchased with the vehicle, and it comes with that bag, comes with a set of gloves, comes with what's called a snatch ring, a couple of hard recovery shackles, a couple of soft shackles, a couple of recovery straps. Both of them, let's see, this one says it's 4 meters, only 12 feet, and this one is 10 meters, so about 30 feet. Both of them, actually all of this equipment has about a 25,000 pound rated capacity. It's not, none of them are exactly that, but that's about what it is. Got this loop, which you know, obviously can be used for a lot of things. The straps you can use for just hooking onto another vehicle or as a tree saver or whatever you want to do. And then this actually was not part of the kit, but I bought this from one of actually my instructor at Overland Experts. He's manufactured those for bigger recovery jobs, and it just can be used for a variety of things. So there's the kit. I am going to buy a couple of other things to add to the kit. One, an extension rope. Again, the rope on the winch itself, which we'll see in a minute, is 50 feet long, and the instructor said he thought I needed another 50 feet, so I'm going to buy an extension and potentially a few other things, but I think I basically have. I could buy a pulley, so may buy a pulley, but that, I mean, it's a good kit. It's got, you know, everything you would need for most recovery jobs. And like I said, I'm going to buy a couple of additional items. Okay, so I told you earlier that the sequence to get the winch working was a little funny, or didn't seem to follow the manual at first. I went back through the manual, went through the steps. It seemed to work this time. We're going to try it again so you can see what those are. Again, it's in the manual, but we tried it 3 or 4 times and couldn't get it to work initially, and so I wanted to kind of get it down pat, so hopefully it'll work this time. So first thing is set the parking brake. And by the way, you see I've got my gloves on because I tried doing this earlier with the gloves off and burned my hand a little bit. Start the car. Put it in neutral. So I put it in neutral. Then flip on the EXT4 button, which is 500 amp, which is the winch. And I just heard a click. And then you hold the button on the power button here until the light turns green. You hold it for 3 seconds. Now the light's on, and I'm going to go out here, and it says to insert this snatch ring anytime. So I've got the front license plate mount, and so you've got to turn it over. One of the things that I learned, by the way, at this class was this is in the free spool position, this lever, And so that's where the instructor recommended to leave it all the time, so you don't accidentally hit the end button and somehow yank this off by controlling the winch and pulling it in. The manual also says, as far as winch operations, to always put this snatch ring in that loop, so that you don't put undue stress. You know, you don't bend that over at 180 degree or 360 degree angle, I guess, and, you know, pinch the rope or break it or whatever. Now, this is in the free spool position, either with the ball going that way or that way. If it's horizontal or right to left, it's in the free spool position. So I can just grab this and pull now, and the rope will come out. And you see it's coming out relatively easily. Okay, so now I'm going to set this down. I'm going to turn this to the locked position, which again is either straight up and down, and the ball can either be up or down. If you look, it did go in a little bit, but I'm going to yank on the rope, and there you see it latching. Now I'm going to reach the remote control, and I'm going to hit the end button, and there we go. Now you do see that after I let go of the button, there was, you know, probably 18 inches worth of run on. So I'm going to, see, I just tap the button, and it runs that long. So you have to take that into consideration when you're reeling this thing in. So I'm going to go ahead and take the snatch ring back off. I'm going to get this basically, so I still need to go in a little bit more because I want to hold it on this ring in the free spool position. So I'm going to turn this now to pull it out, turn it to free spool, and pull this out just enough to loop it over there so it's kind of out of the way. And again, it's in the free spool position. It's obviously not going to just start rolling out itself because, you know, that's hard to pull. But you know, that's the operation. I'm going to go ahead and obviously put this back down. I'm going to turn this. We're going to get this in the shade. You can see the green light still on. I'm going to turn that off. And that's it. So I could do a live action demo. I'm not going to. Winching is winching. And you know, that's something you don't need to get your education from me on. But as far as the operating of the winch feature on the Grenadier, that's how it goes. Then obviously, once you get back in, you're done with the winch, you reach up here, flip this off. You're still in neutral, so you put it in park, and you're done. All right. Hope that helped a little bit, at least to add a little bit to the recovery video, and I'll see you guys next week.